All right, guys, today we're going to be talking about the grammar notes, basically the uses of ne within Orpheus and Eurydice. We typically see ne, kind of like last year in Latin 2 when we saw ut, with subjunctive clauses. And in this poem, there are three main subjunctive clauses where we see the ne. And in kind of like how it was last year, depending on the type of clause, they translate in different ways. So you need to be able to recognize them. Okay, so your notes page that you received, this was in the top part, right? A purpose clause, okay? We learned this last year. Why an action takes place. I go to the store in order to buy milk, right? What's my purpose for going to the store? To buy some milk. That is a purpose clause. In the negative purpose clause, why an action didn't take place. Okay, and the sign for this is ne plus the subjunctive, right? The children were quiet so that they did not miss the instructions. Okay, that would be a negative purpose clause. Okay, we have two ways that we translate ne in Latin into English. My personal favorite is the word lest, because anytime I get to use this word, I'm a happy camper. But it can also be translated as that, not. We saw this all the way back in Ars Amatoria, right? Ne prema opposito molia terga genu, so that he does not press her soft back with his opposing knee, or lest he pressed her soft back with his opposing knee. Okay, so here you have some practice that you can look at, right? Miles tacebat, ne verba centuriones admitteret. The soldier was quiet, lest he missed the words of the centurion. Right? You could also say the soldier was quiet so that he did not miss the words of the centurion. Custos mansit, ne hostes urbam pugnarent. The guards remained quiet so that the enemy did not attack the city. You could have said the guards remained quiet lest the enemy attacked the city. Okay, you saw this in part 1, right? When she dies and Orpheus has mourned enough in the upper airs, right? He dared to descend to the Styx through the Tenarian gate, lest he not try even the ghosts, or so that he not try even the ghosts. Okay, you have ne plus your subjunctive here, and his purpose for going to the underworld is so that he can even try to retrieve her from the ghosts. All right, your second use of the ne within Orpheus and Eurydice, a negative indirect command. Okay, we learned about indirect commands last year in second semester of Latin 2. An indirect command clause explains how someone was told to do something. Or in the case of a negative indirect command, how someone was told not to do something. You need a command verb plus ne plus the subjunctive. Okay, and ne translates not to. Right? Medicus me imperavit ne entrarem. The doctor ordered me not to enter. Number 2, imperator custodibus iusit ne stationem relinquerent. The emperor ordered the guards not to leave the post. Our example comes from part 4 in Orpheus and Eurydice, right? Orpheus was ordered by the gods above. We're kind of missing our command verb here, but it is understood. He was ordered not to turn back his own eyes, right? Literally, Orpheus accepted the law not to turn back his eyes, right? That was their stipulation. Do not look back. Negative indirect command. And the last use of ne with Orpheus and Eurydice is a new thing, a fear clause. This is our last clause type for the subjunctive, and we haven't learned it until now because it's a little wonky. A fear clause explains how someone feared an upcoming action. Okay, or in the case of a negative fearing, how someone feared that an upcoming action would not take place. Okay, you're looking for a verb of fearing, nay, and then the subjunctive. Okay, it's weird though, because nay and ut are flip-flopped in a fear clause. Nay translates as that, ut translates as that not. This is weird. Okay, number 1. The old man was fearing that the thief would find his gold. Number 2, the master fears that the son would not live. Okay, in our example from part 4 of Orpheus and Eurydice, right? Orpheus was this one, fearing that she was not there, and eager for seeing, turned his loving eyes. Okay, you have to have a fear verb, nay, and the subjunctive. Okay, so just to recap, okay, your negative purpose clause, nay plus the subjunctive. Nay translates as that not. Negative indirect command, you have a command verb plus nay plus the subjunctive. Nay translates as not to. Fear clause, you have a fearing verb plus nay plus the subjunctive. Translates as that. Okay, and there you have it, your uses of nay within your different clauses.